Hello, hello. How are all of you guys? Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Who do we have in the chat? We've got Valerie and Linda and Penny and Pen and Shelly and Kim and Kathy and Fran. Deb Dow, hello to you. Thank you guys so much in advance for your thummies. Please don't forget those. Let that algorithm know that you like it here on Tuesdays. I would really, really appreciate that. Come on in, guys. I'm not running behind. I'm actually on time, which is nice. Very, very nice. Hi, Sherry. Welcome in. How are you? Hi, Peggy. Welcome in. LA Designs. Hello to you. And Sugar. Hello, hello. Hi, Brett. Welcome in. I've got my coffee fresh, just off the pot. Very excited about this. Absolutely delicious. All the things. Hi, Trisha. Welcome in. So lots of things. Okay. I have tons of things to discuss with you guys. I have the usual cadence of all the things that we normally go through. So I will be going through all of that. Let me pull the cards out from underneath my planner here. Actually, that was last week's cards. What did I do with them? Are they on the other side here? Oh my goodness. This is what happens when you move everything around for the desks, the desk and things. So sparkles, blanket whip. What's this? Create and make use. Okay, here they are. Perfect. Sorry. We're having housekeeping issues because I'm bringing in new furniture into the studio. I'm removing old furniture, and so everything is, it's not organized chaos right now. So I'm giving the whole situation grace. It's fine. Hi, Blind Stitches. Welcome in. And Dawn, hello to you. Yes, Dawn, go to the bushes, eat, drink, snack, do all the things, enjoy whatever it is that you do back in the bushes. A huge hello to all of you coming in. Hello to the replay warriors, all of you folks sitting in the bushes. I really appreciate you guys just sitting back, chilling out, watching all the things, but please don't forget to leave a thumbie to let that algorithm know that you enjoy Tuesdays here on my channel. I would really appreciate that. Okay? With that being said, I'd like to go over the cards from last week. Last week was week 4. This is week 5. I thought long and hard about making this one the last week of the season, but for many weeks I've told everyone that we would have 6 weeks in this season, so I'm going to hold true to that. So this week is week 5, and next week will be the last week for the season. Okay? So with that being said, let's go over the cards from last week. We spun the wheel. We got the purple slice. And when we get the purple slice, it's Juan's choice, and I wanted us to have all the choices, so I read off a whole bunch of challenges and all the things, and so here we go. We had 3 jar cards. For those that are new here, this is the jar. Here are the cards. These are all the challenges. These are the ones that still have yet to be picked. Tons and tons of challenges in here. That being said, the 3 we chose were start a new blanket whip. Sparkles, create and make using all the sparkles. And then last but not least, create and make using a written pattern. So those were the 3 jar cards for the week. And then we had 3 People's Choice cards. So if you're new here, People's Choice is where I ask you, the audience, what you would like to see as a challenge for Taco Tuesday. I write everything down on a sheet of paper, and usually I'll have you guys pick a number between 1 and 50. I mean, there's different ways. This week, I changed it up. So I have this whole thing. I think I should have thought about this weeks and weeks and weeks ago, but I didn't. It's fine. So week 5 is when this begins. I have a, think about, what is this one? This here is, what is this? What is this? I can't believe I'm forgetting this. A yarn bowl. Sorry. A yarn bowl. So what I did was I took Post-its and I numbered them between 1 and 50, folded them in half, And so all the numbers in here. Yeah, sorry guys. I'm going to get a whole bunch of people telling me it's a yarn bowl. I apologize. I just needed a minute to gather my thoughts. But anyway, 1 through 50. Whoops, I lost one. So whatever the wheel lands on is what we will, you know, how many we'll pick out of this yarn bowl. All right. So anyway, the 3 People's Choice options from last week were fingerless gloves, a tree ornament, and a dishcloth set. On top of all of that, we have the season-wide challenge, or season-long challenge, pick a whip, any whip, and have it done by the next Taco Tuesday. So, just out of curiosity, how many do you think I've completed? Tell me the things. Sound off in the comments. We had a lot of challenges. Out of all the challenges, how many do you think I was able to complete? I didn't showcase anything all week, so it's a crapshoot. Any ideas? Hi, Phil. Welcome in, and Carlene. So Kim says 5. And Lisa says 4. Caitlin says 3. Okay. So Amy says 23. 23. Let's see. Kitty Lane says 6. Pamela says 7. So Pamela says I've got all 7 done. Okay. Kitty Lane says 6. Okay. So I will tell you guys that I did not get them all done. The only one, well, the one that I did not touch, that I did not have a chance to do, was pick a whip, any whip, and have it done by the next Taco Tuesday. Just because I've got a lot of long-term whips that I'm working on, and I just wanted to make, you know, inroads with all of that. So did not get that done at all. All right. So all right, so let me just organize these cards here and show you my finished objects. And I will take pictures of these and post them on my socials. I mentioned in my Facebook group that if you're not already following me on my Juan the Yarn Addict page, please do so, because I'm going to be showcasing my makes on my page there, in addition to the Facebook group. I have to use it more. It's there, and I want to grow that, so I'm going to post some pictures of my makes there. All right, so the first one that I'm going to show you guys is this one right here, which is create and make using a written pattern. Actually, this I did showcase. So this is a written pattern from a vintage book. Let me just show you this. I used a 6.5 US letter K crochet hook. If you haven't seen the other videos, I'll just show you the book very quickly. It's this right here. It is called Quick and Cozy Afghans from Oxmoor House. And I shouldn't have done that, but I dog-eared the page so I didn't lose it. And it's called the Keepsake Cover-Up. So this is what it looks like. And I tried using all yellow, but I got very bored with it very quickly. So I'm going to frog that, and I'm going to use the yarn for another recipe that perhaps I'd be interested in working up. So yeah, there's the first one. I did another one where I double dipped. So I created a make using a written pattern, but then I also did the sparkles challenge, create and make using all the sparkles. So I used my pattern, the Meadowgate beanie, and I did it in sparkles. I don't know if it's picking it up, but it's there. We've got Red Heart, Super Saver, and it's got all the glitz and the glamour and all the things on there. I didn't try it on. This is going to be a donation hat, so here it is. The red really isn't giving me, I'm trying to look, I guess you can kind of see it, right? It's there. Anyway, this is my Meadowgate beanie. And so the second one kind of sort of the same one, but I dipped with the sparkles. The white is not sparkles, but I needed that to really showcase the double crochet cross. And it's giving me Chicago Bulls. If you're into sports, it's Chicago Bulls colors. If you're not into sports, think Santa outfit, the black boots, the red outfit, and the white trimming. So there's that. Let's see, what else? Okay. The next one that I did, I used Peaches and Concrete. I used cream and mint, Peaches and Concrete, and I made dishcloths, a dishcloth set. Very, very nice. And I used a stitch that I have not put out on the channel yet, so stay tuned because I want to put this on the channel. So this here is called the mixed cluster stitch. The mixed cluster stitch. And this is what it looks like. I don't know if it's going to show the texture, but I will show both. And you see me and my borders. I've got a very straight edge border on these. Very nice. And here is the one in mint. So I will speak to these when I go to do the tutorial for this, but there will be a stitch tutorial dropping for you guys for this stitch. Again, it's called the mixed cluster stitch. Okay, so, and it makes a really nice texture for these dishcloths. Like, I legit want to use these, and I have never used crocheted dishcloths. So yeah, I think you guys are going to love this one. This is going to be a lot of fun to do. So I'm excited for you and for me and for us. The next one I did, yes, there's more, guys. The next one I did was a tree ornament. And I double dipped on this one. I did a tree ornament, but then I put some sparkles into it. So here it is. So very easy, you know me, my little borders and things. So I went ahead and did this diamond. It's a granny diamond. And I used a medium 4-weight yarn in white. This is Mainstays in white. And then I ran 2 yarns together. So I did Red Heart, Roll With It Sparkle. And then I used Red Heart with the Glimmer in Red. So I ran both of those 2 together with an 8mm hook. And then I used a 5mm hook for the border. So it's really simple, really cute for the tree. You guys know I'm really into, like, you know, the granny squares. If at all you guys see something and you want a tutorial for it, send me the email at juanyarnaddict@gmail.com. If there's enough interest, I will do it. If I only get a random email here or there, then I may just shelve it for another day. All right? There's more. I did more. I'm shocked at how many I actually got done this week. The next one I did was fingerless gloves. So let me model them for you guys. They go on this way. Hold on. So I'm going to model these for you. I do my fingerless gloves without a thumbie situation. I don't put the thumb on. But I used a scrap cake with black yarn. You can tell I transitioned from one color to the next. So I used a 9mm crochet hook. I ran 2 strands of yarn together. I did double crochet for 10 rows, folded it in half, and sewed it up the side. I've got 6 stitches sewed up here, and then 4 up here, and then the rest were left open for my thumbie. And that's it. So it's very, like, 80s, 90s, and it took, believe it or not, guys, it took me 10 minutes to make each one. 10 minutes. That's it. 10 minutes. It was a fast make. I'm sitting here preparing for this live, and I'm crocheting these. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm going to get yet another one done? What? That's insane. So the final one that I have left on the list was to, let's see. It's, let me see. It's the one where we do create and make using a written pattern. I have a surprise for you guys. You ready? Who likes surprises? I love surprises. I don't know how many of you guys like surprises, but I love surprises. You ready? Hold on. This is one of those situations where a lot of you guys reached out to me and said, hey, Juan, we would really like this pattern. Can you please make this pattern for us? Please, 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 please. In the members only lives, I've been getting the feedback in the emails, the direct messages. And so I went ahead and said, you know, let me go ahead and put the things together. And so I wrote the pattern at 1 o'clock this morning, and I am actually working up this swatch just to be large enough for a thumbnail, and then the tutorial and the pattern will drop. So what am I looking at? We are looking at Rhythm of Resilience in the rectangle. So here it is, Rhythm of Resilience, rectangle style, and the measurements are perfect for Camp Boggy Creek. So for those of you guys who are interested in making a rectangular blanket, 40 inches by 50 inches, here you are. This is the recipe for that blanket. I measured it. It will measure exactly to 50 inches long after 40 rounds. So you do 40 rounds, it'll be 39 inches wide and 50 inches long. So you guys will have this tutorial. I'll give you a close-up so you can kind of see what I did. All right, you guys asked, and here it is. There will be a tutorial for this, and the pattern, the written pattern is already done. We're waiting for this to go out a little further so that I can take a picture image to put on the pattern. Okay, so this is for those of you guys that ask. And like I said, if enough of you guys ask for the same thing, I'll push what I'm doing to the side and get this done as best as I can. So yeah, I was able to do this for you guys, and I'm very happy about that. So I hope you guys really enjoy this. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I'm only using 2 colors for this one. Red Heart Super Saver in white, and Red Heart Super Saver in blue, and Mainstays in white. So, okay. Pamela says it looks better as a rectangle. Well, I'm glad you think so. And if you decide to not make this for a donation blanket, let's say you decide you want to make this for yourself, right? You can definitely continue going. With this measurement, you can literally continue going. But just remember, it's got a 10-inch difference in the size. So if you go out 50 inches, your length will be like 60-something inches. Okay? So anyway, enjoy, have fun with that. Okay? So the masses have spoken. If enough of you guys speak, ye shall receive henceforth and forthwith forevermore from this day forward. Anyway, so those were my makes. I had quite a bit. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. I count this as 1, 4, 5, and 6. So out of the 7 challenges, I did 6 of them. All right. And I fully intend on frogging this. I do not want to waste the yarn on this. This is vintage solid yarn. I don't have much of that vintage solid yarn left. I've got this cake and 1 more. So I want to use this for donation blanket. So yeah. All right. So with that, let's move forward. So how many do we have in here? 290. Okay, I was waiting until I was hoping to get to 300 before I make this announcement, but we're just going to have to watch the replay. It has come to my attention that a lot of people cast their vote on the poll on my community tab without understanding exactly what Let's Chat Stitches actually is. I've received a whole bunch of emails over the last 24 hours saying to me, hey, Juan, I cast the vote in the poll. I voted for Let's Chat Stitches, but I don't know what it is. Well, let me just stop you right there. Why did you vote for something that you didn't even know what it was? That's the first thing. And then the second thing is, I would have sent the email before casting the poll vote, but you can change your vote. So let me go into a little bit of a detail as to what Let's Chat Stitches actually is. Because some of you guys who sent me the email telling me, hey, I voted for Let's Chat Stitches, but what is it really, are the same people who sent me emails telling me that they didn't like seeing me on panels with other people, because that's exactly what it is. Let's Chat Stitches is a hangout session on Tuesdays where I invite people on the channel and we sit here and we talk about all things yarn. Very unlikely would you see me by myself on Let's Chat Stitches. I'm on a panel with people. Some of you guys enjoy that. Apparently, based on the feedback I got, a lot of you guys don't. So I was a little perplexed by looking at the poll results. So, you know, maybe the silent majority has spoken. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe there's a bunch of people who like seeing me on panel, but really never let me know that they like seeing me on panel. I don't know. But the ones who don't like seeing me on panel spoke their minds. They do let me know. So I do want to put it out there, like Let's Chat Stitches is where I have guests. I host, I have guests, and there will be weeks where I don't have any guests, but it's yarn talk. I talk about stitches, I talk about stitch combinations. It's all yarny talk, but like, yeah, it's a community thing where I invite people on and we talk about yarn and stitches and all the things. So if that is not of interest to you and you voted for it, please go back and either take your vote down or change your votes. I have thought about the idea of alternating Taco Tuesday with Let's Chat Stitches. I really enjoy both of those programs, by the way. I do like having guests on the channel. It was to my belief that the vast majority of those who watch me do not like that, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of education and let you guys know Let's Chat Stitches is something that was in play back in August of 2024. It's been a long time and my channel has blown up astronomically since August of 2024. In fact, I was probably 70,000 or more subscribers less when I had that going on my channel. So a lot of people who are here have no idea what that actually is unless you dug through the archives and watched some of those older videos. So are we good? Do we kind of know what Let's Chat Stitches is now? I mean, please change your vote. I want that vote to be accurate. So if you in fact enjoy Let's Chat Stitches, which I absolutely do not have a problem with doing, let's just make sure that your vote is genuine. You know, if you like Taco Tuesday, but you want me to slow it down, well, that doesn't mean we vote for the other one. You know, just pick the one that you like seeing on the channel. Okay? Oh, having guests keeps me spicy, Karen says. Some of you guys like spicy Juan, I assume. I like seeing the occasional panels as long as the guests come in with the understanding how off-putting talking over each other is. She says, after having served on a cheer board of over 10 years. Oh, well. I do get a lot of emails about, you know, how they don't like me on panels because my guests have a tendency to talk over me. And if you look at my older videos, it wasn't specific people. I just allowed people to speak. I just stayed quiet and people didn't like that. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. So if you guys are interested in, actually, you know what I thought about? Tell me if I need to do this. Since I explained it to you guys, should I put up a poll, right? Hear me out. Should I put up a poll, redoing it, but giving it a third option saying a little bit of both? Because I got emails saying, hey, we like both. So like, why is it just one or the other? You know, I do like doing all of the things, but maybe I need to put out an option of like a third option there. So for those of you guys that are interested in maybe spacing out Taco Tuesday, not having it every week, and maybe peppering in, you know, where I have guests on the channel on Tuesdays and it's not just this, I think that's a more viable option, but I definitely want to hear your feedback on that. Okay. A little bit of both. Okay. And you know what? There's something else I need to let you all know. It's very important. Okay. The larger my channel grows, the more opinions there will be. Okay. It's an adjustment for me. I'm adjusting to all the voices, right? I jumped in the matter of like less than 6 months from 30 something thousand to almost 120,000. Okay. That is a huge increase for someone who is just used to 30 something thousand. So with all of these extra opinions coming at me, you guys have to understand that at the end of the day, it's going to be my choice. I ask you for your opinion because I want you to feel included. I hear you, you are heard, but just know at the end of the day, the choice will be mine to make. Okay. And hopefully, you know, that doesn't upset you to the point where you need to find some other channel to watch during this time. But if that is the choice you make, by all means, I respect it, but just respect my choice. Okay. So putting that out there as kindly as I possibly can, just know I hear you, but I'm going to process that information and then I'm going to make my own decision. All right. So, okay. Now that I have that done, we need to spin the wheel. We need to figure out how many challenges we are going to have for this Taco Tuesday. Okay, so let's do that. Thank you so much, Mark. Hello to you. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. So here's the wheel, guys. Just a quick recap. I know many of you guys know what this is, but let me just fill you in very quickly. So this wheel has options. It tells us, it basically dictates Taco Tuesday. So it tells us how many challenges we're going to have, 3, 4, or 5. If it lands on purple, it's my choice. Okay, last week it landed on purple. We went with all the choices. This week, if we land on purple, I'm not going to give it as many choices. Anyway, so we have 3, 4, or 5, and it repeats all the way around. And then inside of that, we've got a P, a number with a P, and then a number with a J. P is people's choice. J is the jar cards. Okay, so we have any questions? We good? I'm going to go ahead and spin. Ready, set, go. Here we go. Your marks. Let me start on the purple. It's my favorite color. On your marks, get set, go. It landed on 4. So we have 2 people's choice and 2 jar cards. Okay. So the wheel is done. The number is number 4. So we've got 2 people's choice and 2 jar cards. So as I mentioned, I simplified the choices. Okay. I'm not going to pick, obviously, because we need to get your choices. So this is what we're going to do. I've got my paper here. It's numbered. I've got 1 through 50. And for those of you guys that know how this goes, start sounding off. Tell me in the comments, what kind of taco challenges would you like to work on this week? Sound off. And there are no options that are like silly options. All options are good options. Okay. Just know that whatever you put out there, try to make it something that can be done in a week. Okay. Nothing too huge where it's going to take forever. Just something small and easy and fun. Okay. So Denise has cape. All right. Thank you, Denise. Cape is number 1. Let's see. Any other options? Let's see. Santa sack number 2. Santa sack. Scrap project, Mama Swift. Thank you. Scrap project. Laura says washcloths. Okay. Freeform crochet bag from Erin. Okay, form crochet bag. Sue of the Many Sues. I love that name. Sue of the Many Sues. Ornament. That makes me happy. Juan of the Many Wands. Ooh. Cynthia says soap bag. Okay. Let's see. Organize your craft catch-all drawers. Okay, organize. Craft drawers. Okay, thank you, Laura. Number 9, gift for a friend from Shirley. Thank you. Let's see. Army Mom Crochets, a Juan hat. Thank you. I like making those, especially for donations. Anna says pot holder. Okay. Let's see. Monica says a trivet. Hello to you, Monica. Trivet. Hooded scarf from Watson's World. Okay. Thank you so much, Watson's World. And hello to you. Let's see. Chris Whitaker garland. Okay. Thank you. Colette says, Juan Snow of the Wall. Oh, you guys are silly tonight. Linda says, Tree of Life. I don't know what that is, but I guess we can make it however we want. Beth says scarf. Okay, thank you, Beth. Let's see. Penny says Emberfell. Okay. That's a new one on the channel, by the way, guys. Check it out if you haven't. Karen says mittens. Okay. Thank you, Karen. That was number 21. Let's see. Jack says candy coasters. Okay, like that. Thank you, Jax. Let's see. Carlene says project bag. We could always use one of those. Thank you. Emily J says basket. Thank you, Emily J. Trish says ornaments. I think I've got ornaments. Yes, that was number 6. Thank you so much. Monica, you say scarf. That's number 17. Rachel says bells. Thank you. Let's see. Wow, it's going so fast. Lollipop says Santa hat. Okay. Number 25. Shirley says donate someone yarn. Donate yarn. Okay. Number 26. Crochet candy, Diana. Okay. I think that's like an Ami, right? Let's see. Laura Twisting Stitches, I got you. That was number 8. Wendy says scarf with a new to you stitch. Okay. Scarf with new to you stitch. Watson's World says angel. Okay, thank you. Cheryl, hello to you from Mexico. Ear warmers, gotcha. Pen says armchair remote holder. Okay, thank you. Remote holder. I have no idea how to make that, but I'm sure there's a recipe somewhere for that. Snowflake with skinny yarn. Oh my, Trish. Snowflake, skinny yarn. Okay. Ooh, bless my hands on that one. Fidget toy, Emily, I have that. Monica actually picked that one. And I do have it written down here. Let's see, or was that trivet? Just to trivet, fidget. Do I have fidget? No, I don't have fidget. Sorry about that. Fidget is number 32. Thank you. Let's see. Red and white make from Penny. I like that. Red and white make. Okay. Kitty Lane says small market bag. Okay. They're all season, right? I know we make lots of things like that in the springtime, but we use market bags all season or all year round, right? What number is Penn's suggestion? Penn's suggestions, which one? Because we've got Penn, number 30 with the remote holder, and then Penny with the red and white make, number 33. All right. Dee Dee says mug rug. Thank you, Dee Dee. Mug rug. That's awesome. Kathy says snowman. Okay, thank you. Snowman. That's like an Ami. A pizza pie warmer. Okay, that's a new one. I'm sure it's out there. Let's see. Shelly says a whip bag. I love those. Whip bag. I could make them every day. I love those. Jeannie says a key fob. Okay, thank you. Key fob. That's number 39. Number 40. Let's see. Remember, keep the projects able to be done in a week. Okay. Let's see. Rosie Diva says crochet project holding the hook like a knife if you're a pen holder and vice versa. Okay. Create a make changing hook hold. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Let's see. Gift for the homeless. I love that. Gift for the homeless. And it can literally be anything. This is the season of sharing and caring and all the things, right? Trish says ditty bag. I love my ditty bag. We've got the tutorial there too. Valerie says slippers. Hi, Valerie. Slippers. Okay. What do we got? Sorry, what do we have? Let's see. I got slippers bonbon. That came from Valerie. Let's see. Cake up scraps from Laura Twisting Stitches. Okay, cake up scraps. Which, by the way, if you're here inside little situation, coffee and cake tomorrow. Stay tuned for that video for those of you guys who like coffee and cake. That video is tomorrow. Penny says a Japanese knot bag. Okay. Someone asked me for a tutorial for that. I need to do that, but I was going to wait for the weather to warm up for that. Random acts of kindness item from Britt. Random acts of kindness item. Okay, thank you. Number 47. A small Christmas tree from Allison. Okay. You can crochet them flat, by the way. It doesn't have to be 3D, right? Because they come in all different sizes, which is great. A draft catcher from Army Mom Crochets. A draft catcher. I would imagine that's just, you know, some long rectangle that you can stuff under the door. Am I right? I think. I think that's what that is. I have no idea. I'll have to look it up. Let's see. I think I have small pillow already on here. Do I not have that on here? No. I'll put it on here. Number 49, small pillow. Thank you, Kitty Lane. And one more. Give me a good one, guys. Start a corner to corner using Juan's recipes. Ooh, that's a good one. I have that tutorial where I'm wearing that weird hat. Let's see. Name tag ornament. Give me a good one. Give me a good one. I'm looking. Nothing's really yelling at me. Come on, guys. You guys can do it. Give me something good. One final one for number 50. I know you guys have great imaginations over there. A Stitch Academy blanket. Oh, Dawn. Listen. Listen, Linda. I mean, Dawn. Oh, that's a good one. Yes, I like that. Stitch Academy blanket. All right. So we have our choices. All 50 are written down in my scribble scrabble of handwriting that only I can read. We have Ditty Bag, which is good. I believe Trish suggested that, which thank you, Trish, because we could always use a Ditty Bag. It can actually double up as a whip bag, you know, depending if it's like for knitting, and you can change the size of that Ditty Bag to any size that you want. Like, it can literally be any size. You can make it into like this huge Santa bag, you know? Okay. You guys ready? We're leaving it to, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I can't really swish in the bowl. I can't swish in the bowl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump these out really quick. I'm going to transfer these to these. These to this. I can't speak today. I don't know what's up with that. Let's do this. Get these in here. Okay. Yes, this is much better. I can swish, 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 and do all the things. So remember, we're only picking 2. So 2 jar cards and then 2 People's Choice. So these are the People's Choice options in my favorite shade of, well, not shade, my favorite color, purple. Okay, ready? We're only pulling 2 out of here. The first card is right here, and I always like to keep these in camera view so you guys always know that no card was changed. So that's going to sit right there. You're going to watch that for me. All right? The next one, I'm going to swish, swish, swish. So for those of you guys that don't know what a ditty bag is, I have a tutorial on my channel called Ditty Bag. And it's just this little bag, a drawstring bag. It's a very quick make. It doesn't take long at all. It's a lot of fun. And it's only about yay big. And you can put all your stuff in it. Back in the 80s and 90s, well, I can tell you that, you know, the grown-ups put their cigarettes, their lighters, their car keys, you know, all the stuff in there. And they wrapped it around, you know, the drawstring part, they wrapped it around their wrist and they held on to the bag, you know, when they, you know, did all their things. And it was called a ditty bag, at least regionally where I'm from. So you can change the size of that and make it bigger. I actually give you that recipe in the tutorial, and you can enlarge that to make it as big as you want. So it's on the channel. Just type in Juan the Yarn Addict Ditty Bag, D-I-T-T-Y. All right. So here are the numbers. Actually, let me set that right there. I don't want to lose my white cards. Hold on. I've got white cards all over my desk, and I don't like it. Someone asked for a desk tour. You don't want a tour of this desk right now. It's literally napalm over here. Okay, so there's that. Let's open these 2. What number are we going to have for People's Choice? Here we go. Number 46. Number 46 is Random Acts of Kindness item. Okay, so for those of you guys, at least my interpretation of this is you make something and you give it to someone else as a random act of kindness. So, yeah, create a make for someone else. If it has another meaning, I don't know what it is, but that's what I think it is. The second one here is, let's open this up. Number 36, a snowman. Number 36 is a snowman. All right, so number 36 is snowman. Number 46, random acts of kindness item. So those are the 2 choices. I'm going to set those right there. And then now we're going to go ahead and pick our 2 choices here out of the jar for the jar cards. It's been a while. I can't remember what all these even are, but I remember on the first week of the season, I read all of these to you guys. Can't remember for the life of me what it is. Anyway, let's do it. 2 cards. Hi, Shay. Welcome in. Christina, hello to you. Okay, here we go. Ready? On your marks, get set, go. Here's the first one. I'm going to set it right there. Watch that for me, guys. The next one is right here. That's the second one. Watch that for me, guys. So it's always in eye view. Nothing's been changed. Okay. Britt is explaining this. She says, you make something and you leave it for someone to find. It's a literal hide and seek game. I love that. That's good. All right. Let's open up the first card. What is the challenge going to be? Start a new shawl whip. Start a new shawl whip. Huh. Okay. The next one is, drum roll please. Okay, so this one says, make a simple dog sweater. So there's that. It was one of those viewer suggestions that wound up in the jar. So a doggy sweater. As I always say, you don't have to do any of these. You can do all of them if you want. If one resonates with you, by all means, put it on the hook, put it on the needles, have fun. But what's most important to me is this. Us just being here together, that beats any challenge. So just keep that in mind. If you come here next week and you have a goose egg, no harm, no foul, no big deal. Just come hang out with us. It's fine. All right? Oh boy, any show will be new to me. I haven't made one yet. Dawn, you are in for it. I can't speak for anyone else, but I can tell you that I've got tons on my channel. I used to have Paco Taco Miss Morocco behind me, wearing all the shawls all the time. I've got tons of tutorials for shawls on the channel, and they're all easy. Easy, easy peasy to do. You got this. For me, I think this one is resonating with me. Start a new shawl whip. Shay, thank you so much for the blessings. I really appreciate you. Let me click that like button. It's very kind of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I may double dip. Not with a challenge, but stay tuned for that one. I don't have a doggy here at the house, so I don't really have a need for this. A snowman, I could do that one. That one is easy. And random acts of kindness, I can make a beanie and leave it for someone. So, yeah. Sweater for your lizard. Oh my. I love that idea. It's great. Monica says, I just finished the meadow wood and it was beautiful. Yes, I did see it. Absolutely gorgeous. And I love the yarn that you chose. Very nice yarn. All the Premier Week yarn has arrived. So many choices for a shawl, right? So, so kind. I won't make sleeves for a large breed dog. Right? Oh my goodness gracious. I'm still waiting for my yarn to arrive, but I've had 3 deliveries since, you know, small ones, and I've shown them on the channel. So I do have tons of options as well. I'm very excited about it. It's cold here in the South. Sadie needs a sweater. Totally understandable. Dawn is asking, do you have a neighbor with a fur baby? You can make one and gift it. I'm sure one of the neighbors on my block have a dog, but I don't know them personally enough to be like, hey, I crocheted your dog a sweater. It's a little on the creepy side, if I say so myself. I think I would want to know them first. But maybe in the future, if I get to know my neighbors a little more, like I know Penny next door, but that's it. Like I don't really speak to many others. She does, but not me. You'll get your yarn on Friday. I love that. What happened to Miss Morocco? Oh, all of the folks are in the squirrel's nest. They're standing in single file line. So I want to wait until like the springtime to bring them back. And then I'll showcase the shawls and things like that. I just wanted to really showcase the yarn wall to give a nice clean look and plus I needed the room because I knew I was bringing in new furniture and things, and it's been an ongoing thing. So as the shelving units come in, because I have shelving units coming in, I have 2 shelving units coming into this room and the desk, and I'm changing this whole area out over here because it looks very disheveled. So I've got a new stand for the printer. I've got a new place for all of the hanks of yarn. So yeah, things are happening over here. Question. I apologize for asking because I know you've answered it before and I don't temper the answers. Okay. How many repeats of Nova Crest for a baby blanket? Absolutely fine. So you have the center and then 2 repeats after the center, and that's the baby blanket size. Okay. Beth, thank you so much for the super sticker. Huge hugs to you. I really do appreciate that. Very, very kind. Very nice. Thank you, thank you. So, giving to a pet shelter would be nice. Yes. You know what I should do? I should go to the SPCA and ask them if I could maybe measure one of the pets, or if they could measure one of the pets for me so that I can make a pet sweater for the SPCA. I mean, I don't know if I have enough time to do one for all of them, but I can make one or two and drop them off. You know, you're very welcome, Deb. No problem at all. You love my shelves. Thank you so much. They're very nice. This other side is just, I can't make heads or tails out of what I want to do with it. It's where all of my ombre yarn and my variegated yarn live. I don't know how I want that to look. So we're changing that up too. Anyway, I have to put this reminder out to you guys that if you did not watch the Sunday live, you literally have minutes after this live is over, because right after this live is over, I am actually going to be recording the video to select the winners for the share yarn behind me. We are looking for 4 winners for this yarn. So if you did not go over there and do that, remember, when this live is over, be sure to go over there and do the things. You have to be publicly subscribed if you want to be eligible for it. And also you need to make sure that you use the keyword and you tell me what you're going to do with the yarn. All right, so be sure to do that. Yes, blankets for the pets. I love it. So, so good. Love a good yarn wall. Christina, have you seen the yarn wall on the other side of this wall? It's not as neat as this. I'm very, very human in that way. You know, a lot of people think that all of my yarn walls look like this, and it's not the truth. This is just for camera, lights, camera, action, you know, the studio. But the real yarn wall is the one behind this one, and it is a ham. First word hot, last word mess. So yes, there's all the colors in every bin, and you know, different weights of yarn. I just stick it where I can fit it, and I grab it when I need it, you know. Kendall, thank you so much for gifting a membership. I appreciate you. Anyway, I'm looking to clean it up, you know. As I destash, I am organizing, so I don't look forward to having it like that forever, you know. Share yarn postage help. Thank you so much, Diane. I appreciate you. And I did receive a little something in the postage from you as well. So thank you so much for that. I can publicly thank you since I'm seeing you here. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. All right. So thank you so much for that. Did we get a new member? V. Congratulations, V. You're our newest official yarn addict. I hope you enjoy and like it enough to stay around after the month. Very nice. Okay, so I may have mentioned this before, but on Wednesdays and Thursdays, I've got preloaded content for you guys. I'm going to spend a lot of time catching up on my work here on those 2 days. So there's a coffee and cake coming to you guys tomorrow. By request. So many of you guys are requesting that coffee and cake. Finally, it's coming out. So we're going to have that out for you guys, and then stay tuned for the next video after that. I don't want to give all the things too far in advance, so one thing at a time. Tomorrow it will be a coffee and cake video. All right. So I don't think I have anything else outside of that. Oh, the podcast number 111 will be on Friday, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, lots of fun things to talk about in the podcast. And then, of course, weekends with Juan, right? So we've got Saturday night date night. We've got the Sunday live. We've got the early morning wake up with Juan on Monday morning. Okay? I see it. Christina, the coffee and the cake. I love it. Coffee and fresh fruit. Sure. Yes. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, guys. So I think I'm going to wrap up this live. I think I've got everything covered. I'm going to post in the community tab the actual challenges for this week. Again, guys, if it doesn't resonate with you, no harm, no foul, no need to do it. But if you want to do it, you want to have fun with it, please take a picture of your work and share it with us in the Facebook group or on the community tab. I would really appreciate that. I love looking at all of your makes and all the things. Okay? So thank you so much for spending some of your Tuesday with me. That is all from me for now. And until the next one, guys, you have a wonderful Taco Tuesday. Bye.